Good morning. Today we are headed to the first official day of the reopening of Walt Disney World. The one that we went to before on Thursday was actually an annual pass holder preview. We're headed to Magic Kingdom. And I think there should be more people at Magic Kingdom today than there were on Thursday. However, because Disney is using a reservation system, we can look online and see the availability. There is no availability left for annual pass holders, but there still is availability for resort guests and guests that bought tickets, and they just opened up sales of tickets yesterday. So there's still availability. People could buy a ticket yesterday and make a reservation for today and go to the park. But an annual pass holder could not make a reservation yesterday and go to the park today because all of the annual pass holder reservations are gone. We made ours when they first opened, so we have a reservation today for Magic Kingdom. We're gonna head out, see if we see anything different from the annual pass holder preview, and we're gonna see what the crowd level is like. I kind of feel like it might be more than we saw at the annual pass holder preview, but it could be less. I'll let you know. So another thing is, when we went to the annual pass holder preview, I was kind of questioning the neck gaiter issue. So Disney has clarified that on their website, and I'm just gonna read straight from the website here. At this time, based on guidance from health authorities, neck gaiters and open chin triangle bandanas are not acceptable face coverings. So no neck gaiters at all, even if it has the ear loops, even if you, I don't know, if there's some other way that you think should be acceptable, it's not. There are no gaiters allowed and no open chin triangle bandanas. So your best bet is to get a regular face mask with ear loops or one that ties behind your head. All right, so we are walking through the parking lot to get to Ticket and Transportation Center. Already it looks like there are way less people here than there were Thursday. Also, I'm sure you can tell it is wet out here because it just poured. The storm is back there, kind of, and I think it's gonna be a rainy day today, so I brought my umbrella. We'll see how the mask does in the rain. Previously, I have expressed concern over going to, like, making a reservation, putting so much planning into a day where it's just gonna be rainy all day, and I also wanna see how the mask does. I'm interested. This is a different mask than I've worn yet. It is still just a cloth mask. It has a filter on the inside. You can see it's kind of having a little bit of time pulling some air through, so if it gets wet, I don't know. This is the only mask that I brought. We'll see how it handles it. Also, I want to look around and see how other people's masks handle it too. So I just got through security, and there's a few changes to security, but I wanted to show you guys this. Ticket prices are exactly the same as they were before everything happened, before the shutdown. So now you are getting an augmented experience for this same price. So now for bag check, everything goes through the metal detector. So you wear your bag through the metal detector. They just ask you to remove any large metallic objects, such as umbrellas, metal drink containers, aerosol cans, or cameras. And then you just go through, and if it sets off the metal detector, then they go through your bag. But if not, you're good to go into the parks. As we are walking through TTC, you can see they still have the same setup going for monorails, although there is no line for monorail right now. And no line for the ferry boat right now. So we are headed down to the ferry boat. Should be able to get right on. And then there's one other thing that I wanted to show you guys about the ferry boat when we get on. Dang, the General Joe Potter has been my lucky ferry boat ever since we did Jackson's reveal here at Magic Kingdom and everything was blue. It was serendipitous that we got on the blue ferry boat, which is the General Joe Potter. Right now we're headed on to the Richard F. Irvine, which is the red ferry boat. Still a good ferry boat, but I just like the blue one a little bit better. So like I showed yesterday, there are spots all over the boat for you to stand. Upstairs was the only spot that you could not have a bench. So there is a spot here on the benches down below, down on the first floor, but there are no spots on the benches on the second floor, from what I saw yesterday. Let me go check and make sure that I didn't just miss some spots on the seats yesterday upstairs. We'll go upstairs and have a look. Yes, upstairs there is no bench seating available. So if you need to sit on a bench, make sure that you stay downstairs on the ferry boats. All right, the music seems louder today, but we are headed into Magic Kingdom. Pretty good, no lines at all out front. Also, the Magic Band touch points are now open. They were not open for the annual pass holder preview. They were just checking our tickets on a tablet. Now we have to use the Magic Band again, which I don't think that we use our fingerprints anymore. Let's find out. Yeah, look, the fingerprint scanners are all covered up. We did it. So underneath the train station is stroller rentals, and I wanted to show you guys, they have the masks, Disney masks for sale. Looks like they have a lot of different sizes too. I don't think that I've ever noticed that there is a Goofy one and a Mickey one. Yeah, and these are 4 for $20 or $6 a piece. So we just passed underneath the train station. Now we are heading on to Main Street in Town Square. And it seems like there's not a very big crowd here. I did see some tweets from earlier this morning when the parks were first opening, and the crowd looked very scary. But it's very easy to maintain social distancing when we're entering into the park around 12:30 in the afternoon. I gotta look down. I gotta make sure I'm not...
Just a few reminders. Please wear a face covering. Clean your hands often and thoroughly. Cover your mouth and nose when coughing and sneezing, and maintain physical distancing. Thank you.
I had to look down and make sure I wasn't tripping over any curbs. Sounds like we've got a cavalcade coming down the road. So here comes Tinkerbell on her cavalcade, and I forgot to mention the name of this one yesterday. This is called Tinkerbell and the Lost Treasure. Here's something that's new. There's a sign over by the hub that gives you health and safety reminders and wait times. There it is. Tells you everything that's either closed or what the wait time is for that ride or attraction. But it sounds like another cavalcade is coming, and I believe that this is the Goofy and Friends cavalcade. So that cavalcade was called a Goofy Cavalcade, and like Thursday, these cavalcades are coming one right after the other. Not like a parade, but like a really extended parade. So during quarantine, we made a video talking about all of the things that we were excited to do when the parks reopened. And one of those things that I mentioned that I was most excited for was getting a hot dog at Casey's Corner. Unfortunately, the parks are open and Casey's Corner is not. So I can't get a hot dog from Casey's Corner for a little while until they open it back up again. I don't know when that'll be, but for right now, Casey's Corner is still closed. So I've been just kind of hanging out on Main Street waiting to see if there's another cavalcade coming, and it seems like there's a big storm rolling in behind the castle here. Building up. I'm gonna have to check my apps and see how long this storm will last. I do have my umbrella though. As we make our way through the hub, I wanted to give you guys a shot of the crowd level. So just as a little bit more information, today is sold out as far as reservations go for annual pass holders, but there are still reservations available for single day ticket purchases and resort guests. So that should give you an idea of what a day like that looks like. We have another cavalcade coming through. This one's called the Royal Princess Processional. Should be all the princesses. I think that was the last cavalcade that we haven't seen yet. So now we're headed into Liberty Square to see if we can see some wait times. Once we get into Frontierland, then we should be able to see like Big Thunder and Splash Mountain and stuff like that. As we take a pan around Frontierland so you guys can see a little bit of the crowd level, something that I wanted to point out is not all of the attractions are open. Some of the high-touch interactive attractions, such as the Frontierland Shootin' Arcade, is not currently open right now. Which, I have to admit, I have not played the Frontierland Shooting Arcade in the longest time. Probably since I was a kid. Oh, and all of the rifles are gone. I do kind of think that this might be an outdated attraction anyways. Like maybe they could take this opportunity to turn this into something else. It might be a good moneymaker though, because it is 35 shots for $1. I can see this being a big moneymaker. As far as character interactions goes, as we are walking by Country Bear Jamboree, got some of the Country Bears up on the balcony here waving at everybody. Hello! I think he blew me a kiss. Oh, I like it. Big Al is conducting. I like his dance. I wanted to show you guys the capacity of the logs on Splash Mountain. Looks like they're doing either 1 or 2 parties separated by at least 1 row. So you can see on this next log, you got a party in the very front and then a party in the back. And that's how they're doing social distancing on Splash Mountain. Or the next log has just 1 party in it, and you can see there was 3 of them, so they all got in the last 2 rows. I'm trying to remember, it's been so long since I've been on Splash Mountain, which row is the driest? Is it the last row or the front row? As we've made it to the end of Frontierland, I wanted to show you guys some wait times. Right now, Big Thunder Mountain is a 25-minute wait. And then if we turn in this direction, Splash Mountain, which has seemed to have been the most popular ride recently, is a 30-minute wait, which still isn't that bad. I'm gonna head over and see Peter Pan and Mine Train and see about the wait times there, because those are very popular rides during normal times. This is a sad day indeed. One of our favorite places where you could get this bacon on a stick is not open. They don't even have the menu out, so I can't show you guys the bacon on a stick, but we'll put a link to the video down below where we tried it. Amazing, amazing snack from Disney. As we're passing by the Country Bears again, we got Wendell outside and Shaker waving at everybody as they pass. I like that they have these little character meet and greets like this. Social distance character meet and greets. Now we are headed out of Frontierland and we're headed towards Haunted Mansion and Peter Pan and eventually Seven Dwarfs Mine Train, because we're going to look at the wait times and see what the wait times are like nowadays. On this, the very first regular attendance day that's not an annual pass holder preview or a cast member preview, that Magic Kingdom is opened after quarantine. So just made it over to the Haunted Mansion and I wanted to show you guys the wait time. It's a 30, I don't even know if you can read that, but it's a 30-minute wait. That is one of the higher wait times that I've seen today. As we are passing by It's a Small World, and we have Peter Pan to our right, this is actually one of the sections of park that is the most crowded on very busy days. So like Christmas Day, this section is always a huge bottleneck. So this is a place that I would like to use as an example of what the crowd level is like today. So it is really hard to base things off of wait times because there is no Fast Pass. So Fast Pass will always drive wait times up for the standby line, but that is a good look at Peter Pan's flight. Just having a look over at the new castle colors from Fantasyland, right here by Prince Charming's Carousel. But I wanted to also show you that Princess Fairy Tale Hall.
Thank you for visiting us today. Just a few reminders. Please wear a face covering. Clean your hands often and thoroughly. Cover your mouth and nose when coughing and sneezing, and maintain physical distancing. Thank you.
I'd say that announcement happens maybe like once every 20-30 minutes. But I want to show you guys Princess Fairy Tale Hall because there are no meet and greets currently. There's nobody on the signs and no meet and greets at Princess Fairy Tale Hall. But we are headed over in this direction to have a look at the wait time for Seven Dwarfs Mine Train. It really is interesting to me how different the crowd is in different areas of the park. So this seems to be a little bit more crowded section of the park out in front of Seven Dwarfs Mine Train, and I wanted to show you guys the wait time for Seven Dwarfs Mine Train is 30 minutes currently. So when I was here on Thursday, I was noting all of the social distancing markings outside of Seven Dwarfs Mine Train over here that wrap all the way around the mountain. And I thought, man, they're preparing for a very long line. And then I came over here to the meet and greet, which is normally where the characters from Winnie the Pooh meet. But as we've said, they are not doing meet and greets currently. And I was like, why are there social distancing markings out here? So I followed them. And this is the extended queue for Winnie the Pooh. And that has never been a long wait. So I don't know if they're just being extra cautious with all of the social distancing markings, or if they're just being prepared to bump up capacity on the parks. Because I do think that they are planning to do that if everything goes well within these first couple of weeks to the first month of reopening. So from over here by the hub, I came over to the Tomorrowland Terrace restaurant because this is a relaxation station. Although it says restaurant, the restaurant is not currently open. It is just a relaxation station where you can take off your mask and sit socially distant from everybody, but relax a little bit. It's also a little bit cooler in here. It is air conditioned, but it's open air conditioning. So it's cooler under here, but not as cool as being inside. So of the 3 relaxation stations, this is the second coolest, because the other 2 relaxation stations are, number 1, over by Golden Oak Outpost, which is a fully outdoors, just under trees. It's not under cover, it's under trees location, sort of near Pirates of the Caribbean. And then this one would be the second one here at Tomorrowland Terrace that would be semi-air conditioned. And then they have a fully air-conditioned version over at Pete's Silly Sideshow. Well, it's starting to rain a little bit, so I think I might start heading out. But before I leave, I wanted to show just some wait times here on the new wait time board. Not bad at all. 25 minutes for Peter Pan's flight. Little Mermaid is only 5. Many Adventures of Winnie the Pooh is 15, which is kind of strange. Oh no, Seven Dwarfs Mine Train was temporarily closed. I wonder if that's because of the rain. Because it is starting to rain. Huh. I kind of wonder if Casey's is not open because it's very hard to do social distancing in here. This is one of the more popular restaurants at Walt Disney World, and it is very tight inside. Oh, there's curtains in there. We can't even see inside at all. Interesting. I wonder why they put curtains up. All right, I think I'm going to call it a day from Magic Kingdom. Just wanted to give you guys one last look down Main Street. Normally I'd be singing Walking Right Down the Middle of Main Street, USA. But those cast members that do the trolley show and dance and sing to that song are not back at work yet. So there you have it. That was our trip back to Magic Kingdom on the very first official opening day after shutdown. It's actually fairly nice here. The crowd level is low. It's easy to maintain social distancing. A lot of the wait times were fairly short. There were some that were up there in the 30-minute range. Not too bad at all. I found it very easy to maintain physical distancing from people because the amount of people in the parks is not bad at all, as you can see by the amount of people behind me. I do have to admit though, it is still not the same experience. This is not the Disney that you remember or the Disney that you're used to. There are a lot of changes, a lot of differences, and a little bit of the magic is gone because you are still kind of concerned about the virus everywhere that you go because of the mask, because of the physical distancing, constantly washing your hands and that sort of stuff. So all in all though, it was a good day. So with that being said, we are off. We'll see you guys tomorrow. And now it's time to help. And so today's organization that we want to shine a spotlight on is Open Path Collective. And I just want to read straight off their website. In such an uncertain world, Open Path Collective seeks to be a safe space for marginalized identities to receive therapy. It helps to ease the financial burden that often comes with therapy using sliding scale costs. If the cost of the therapy is intimidating, this is a great place to start. So if you can, take a look at the link in the description down below. Read about them, learn about them, share it with your friends and family. And if you can, donate. If not, just talking about the organization and learning a little bit more about what they do definitely helps out. And thank you guys for watching this video.